They have the job, the apartment, the goals, the discipline. From the outside, their life looks complete. But at night, when everything goes quiet, so do they. Not because they have nothing to say, but because there's no one who would actually understand. This is the hidden reality of high-functioning loneliness. And psychology says it hits the most successful people the hardest. Point one, success creates invisible distance. The more you grow, the harder it becomes to relate to people around you. Psychologists call this social stratification drift, when personal development quietly pulls you away from your original circle. You don't leave people behind on purpose. You just start thinking differently, feeling differently, wanting different things. And one day you look around and realize nobody in the room actually knows the real version of you. Point two, high performers hide their pain. Best. There's a psychological pattern called emotional masking, where people trained in discipline and performance automatically suppress vulnerability. They solve problems at work, they hold it together in public, but they never learned how to say, I'm struggling, I'm lonely, I need someone, because somewhere along the way, needing people felt like weakness, and weakness felt like failure. Point three, the deeper you think, the lonelier it gets. Research on cognitive complexity shows that people with high intelligence and deep thinking patterns experience a specific type of loneliness. Not because no one is around, but because real, meaningful conversation, the kind that goes deep, is almost impossible to find. They sit in rooms full of people talking about nothing, and they smile, and they nod, and they feel completely alone. This isn't arrogance. This is the quiet exhaustion of a mind that has outgrown its environment, and nobody around them even notices. They don't cancel plans because they're antisocial. They cancel because small talk feels heavier than silence, because performing fine for 3 hours drains something they can't easily refill. And the worst part, nobody believes them because they look so together. Point four, achievement becomes a wall, not a window. Psychology describes this as the success isolation paradox. When you achieve things, people start seeing your results, not you. They see the promotion, the discipline, the composed person in the room, but they stop asking how you actually feel. And after a while, you stop expecting them to. You learn to share your wins alone and carry your pain alone, because that's just become normal. Point five, they attract attention but crave connection. There's a difference between being surrounded and being seen. Psychologists call this intimacy deprivation, when someone has plenty of social contact but zero emotional depth. Successful people often have many acquaintances, colleagues, followers, but very few, sometimes zero, people who actually know them, who know what keeps them up at night, who know what they're secretly afraid of, who would stay even if the success disappeared tomorrow. Point six, healing starts with allowing yourself to need people. Psychology doesn't call this weakness. It calls it secure attachment, the ability to let people in without losing yourself. The most successful Europeans who break free from high-functioning loneliness don't suddenly find perfect people. They simply stop performing. They allow one honest conversation. They let someone see the version of them that hasn't figured everything out yet. And that one moment of honesty does more than years of achievement ever could. If you've built a life that looks perfect from the outside, but feel completely invisible on the inside, you're not broken. You're just carrying something nobody taught you how to put down. Does your success ever make you feel more alone? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if this reached something real in you, subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't just talk about success. We talk about what success costs.